I'm just doing a quick test because this morning when I last streamed, nothing came through. And I've got here scheduled. Okay, I'm live. Looking good. All right then, I shall continue. Now this morning's live stream didn't quite go to plan. I don't know why. I think because of possibly the discussion that it went on. Norfolk County Council had a infrastructure and development selected committee meeting this morning, and the first 20 minutes, well, once you get past the housekeeping, you're then looking at probably a good 10-15 minutes discussing flags between, I think they're councillors. I've not actually googled their name. And I was kind of reacting to it because it live streams. So county council and district council, they live stream their public meetings and their committee meetings and stuff. So that is what got blurred out this morning. So I'm only assuming it's kind of shadow banned or something. I don't know. It's really weird because I could see myself on screen when I was doing it to know what page I was going to. There was no excuse to why that didn't record. So I'm just leaving it there because it might come back. I don't know. Bloody technology. But anyway, good evening. I thought we will just have a quick look because things are now coming through on my phone about the 3 new local councils for Norfolk. You know, the old devolution that they've been talking about? Well, that they've been talking about, but not discussing with the rest of us. A bit like Brexit. We have no idea what's going on. And then we get told. Great. So yeah, let's take a look. Let's see if I can bring this one up. 3 local councils will better serve the people, places, and future of Norfolk. As you can see, I'm already intrigued. Okay, here we are with the oh look, I recognize him in the middle. We're still good. Okay, date published the 10th of September 2025. This is also I think this particular one is from district, what is this? District North Norfolk District Council. Right, this is what this one is from. I actually first came across it from Future Norfolk. And I had to get on here and find out more. Right, so pictured above, here we go, pictured above are the 6 district leaders. Councillor Sue Holland, Councillor Sam Chapman-Ellen, Councillor Tim Adams, Councillor Alistair Beals, Councillor Carl Smith, and Councillor Mike Stonard. There's only one face I recognise out of all of them. Okay, a partnership of 6 local councils has published a shared proposal which, if implemented, will see the creation of 3 new unitary authorities in Norfolk: Greater Norwich, East Norfolk and West Norfolk, replacing the existing district, borough, city and county councils. This is to save money. I think I read that this is meant to save £29 million a year. And that's all that hit me, because it's like, oh, it's about money. About money. The proposal aims to ensure decisions about local services are taken closer to communities and tailored to local needs. Oh, you've got a long, long way to go with that. Long, long way. Working together as Future Norfolk, the councils, Breckland Council, Broadland District Council, Great Yarmouth Borough Council, and the Borough Council of Kings Lynn and West Norfolk, North Norfolk District Council, and Norwich City Council. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 there. Am I counting that right? Because the North Norfolk District Council, I didn't see any. That should have been. Should that have been Sol Penfold in that picture for North Norfolk District Council? Who should have been? Who's missing from that picture? Anyway, let's have a looky. Have worked together to develop a single evidence-based submission which supports thriving communities, attracts investment, and delivers for the long term. Oh God, this sounds like a business module again. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Work together to develop a single evidence-based submission which supports thriving communities. Do they have to be thriving before you support them? Attracts investments and delivers for the long term. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Twining Sweet Dreams. Very nice. The plan has been unveiled following months of careful planning and has been informed by the findings of a public survey focused on people's priorities for the future. What public survey? Hands up, how many people have done this public survey or even known of this public survey? And if it was anything like High Street Matters, not many people. It has been drawn up in response to the government announcing its plans to replace Norfolk's existing councils with a number of new organisations which should bring together the local government services. Thing is, it's all being done by the people that are already there. And Norfolk's got a long way to go. It's the right people making these decisions by any chance. We have to trust these people. We have to trust these people that they're doing it for the right reasons and not because they're sitting in a job and having to, what's the word? Tick boxes. Under the future Norfolk banner, oh God, they've already got their, what's that word called? Not spin doctor, but when you have a phrase, God, I can't think what it's called. Okay, so the future Norfolk banner. The submission sets out how 3 unitaries would deliver clearer local accountability. Right. More responsive services. Okay. And better value for money while remaining large enough to operate efficiently across all council services. Remaining large enough to operate. So has nobody lost their jobs then? Is there no district councillors, county councillors? They're not lost their jobs. You're just swapping things around. What does that mean? The proposal is built across 3 key themes. People, place, there you go. There's the 3-word thing. People, place, and progress. PPP. People. Jesus Christ, whoever. People, decisions made nearer to residents with clear accountability and genuine dialogue deliver services that work and achieve better results over time. Decisions made nearer to residents. How? With clear accountability and genuine dialogue, deliver services that work and achieve better results over time. Norfolk can thrive as services can be shaped and tailored to the strengths and needs of each area and delivered efficiently to meet local priorities. Place 3 councils aligned to sensible geographies and local identity will reflect different needs across the coast, countryside and city while keeping delivery efficient. Greater Norwich, East Norfolk and West Norfolk. Greater Norwich. Progress. Financial resilience is central. The submission includes an 8-year financial business case designed to ensure all 3 councils are viable with benefits maturing through transformation and reoccurring savings building from year 4. It's all business. Our council, our government are all business modules. They are not about people at all, are they? Not really. Not really. The proposal produces 3 local authorities which are of significant size and scale. So is it going to get bigger then? 3 authorities which reflect the differences across Norfolk from city to coast to countryside. I can understand that, actually. That I can understand. That is the first thing so far that is like, yeah, good move. Totally agree with that. Totally agree. 3 authorities which have economic opportunities, which partnering with the new combined authority can unlock new homes, new skills, new jobs for local people. My God, it sounds like a game, doesn't it? 3 authorities which have economic opportunities, which partnering, oh, I can't say it, partnering with the new combined authority. What new combined authority? 3 authorities which have economic opportunities partnering with the new combined authority. Now you lost me on that one. Can unlock new homes, new skills, new jobs for local business. Sorry, but you bastards, how dare you write that? That is so... The more I read that particular bit, the more I think, no. Can unlock new homes, new skills. How about building the homes appropriately, especially on... What would we be? Where would we sit? We'd be in the east. We'd be East Norfolk, I would assume. So the new homes need to be built appropriately within marshlands and flood areas and countryside, and it's not about unlock new homes, bastards. New skills. How about better education in our schools, in our colleges, and with our universities? How come we're not doing better at education? But to class it as new skills, that sounds like a game. and new jobs for local people. What new jobs are you thinking of? New jobs. Because of the industrial estates that are being tagged on to these big builds. Is it 7 hectares that's going to be built in North Walsham? 7 hectares of I'm sure it's 7 for the industrial estate. Anyway, move on, Claire. 3 authorities whose communities are different. With distinct needs best served by bespoke local public services. We don't have the services now. And they are the same services that I'm hearing over and over again. And it seems like you don't know what anybody's been talking about. Maybe it's just the way this is edited. Let's just go with the way that this was edited, because 3 authorities which are financially sustainable. It's not a business, it's our communities. So we pay taxes to go in that pot for all of us to benefit from that pot, from our health service, our schools, our doctors, our roads. What else is there? Pensions, all that stuff. That makes it sound like they're making money, but I guess they are from us, really, aren't they? Safe and legal. Fucking hope so. Jesus. With real opportunities to drive efficiencies, savings, and local benefit. Okay, hang on, let's see if it gets better. Joint statement from local leaders, local council leaders. This is about people, places, and progress. That's what is that line? Can you remember when they were going through lockdown? They kept banging out, didn't they, on that podium? They kept changing the words every now and again. What is that style called? I can't remember. If you know, please write it in the comments below, but I can't think. 3 local councils will bring decisions closer to communities. But councils don't listen now, so are they going to listen better? Reflect the different needs of our coast, rural areas and city, and deliver joined up services that are simpler, faster and better value for money. That last bit, okay. 3 unitaries will mean local decisions can be made by local leaders and representatives who live in and understand their communities. Services can be shaped by and tailored to the strengths and needs of each area, while councils are still large enough to work efficiently in delivering people's priorities across all council services, making the most of opportunities for Norfolk to thrive. Oh my God, sorry, I need to read that again. Fucking hell. 3 unitaries will mean local decisions to be made by local leaders. Is this where the mayor comes in, or are we still having 6 council leaders? No, because there's 3, isn't there? If it's going to be 3 leaders, I'm assuming the mayor, because I know the mayor has been spoken about. and representatives who live in, so like associations, like community groups, charities. They're the ones who live and understand their communities. Services can be shaped by and tailored to the strengths and needs of each area, while councils still large enough to work efficiently in delivering people's priorities across all council services. So, that sounds like it's still going to be merging, doesn't it? Over 5,000 residents and stakeholders. Who's the stakeholders? Stakeholders. Usually stakeholders are the ones that get paid from big businesses, aren't they? How many stakeholders? There's over 5,000 residents. How many stakeholders? Just out of interest. Future Norfolk, see if you can answer that one. They helped shape this plan recently. 5,000 residents. That's not a lot. There's just in North Horsham alone, I think there's what, 16,000? Between 14 and 16,000 residents. And if you're splitting them into three, sure, I mean, you've got Holt, Cromer, Elsham, you've got all the little villages, and you've got 5,000 residents. That's not a lot. That's shit. That really is shit, actually. I'd like to know how many stakeholders. We've listened to a very small number. We've tested the options. How? And we're now putting forward a practical blueprint for Norfolk's future. Do you want to just hold up a minute? Don't you think you need to discuss about testing the options? Don't you think it's nice that we could have seen the other options? 5,000 residents. Ready for councillors to debate this month and for public consultation in November. Hang on a minute. So the councillors are going to debate it this month, but the public have got to wait a further 2 months before they can say anything about it. Councillors' debate better be a public one, that's all I can say. And that better be well advertised. Next step, councils across 6 authorities will scrutinise, debate and vote on the proposal before it is submitted to government on the 26th of September. Fuck off. Today's the 10th and you're now letting us know that this paper has got to be in 16 days' time. And a lot of Norfolk minus, well, everyone in Norfolk minus 5,000 residents and stakeholders don't know about this. A government-led public consultation is expected in November. So it's going to be all decided, and especially with the blueprint, it's all going to be done, dusted, and in November, they're just going to humour us with making us feel like we're making a decision. Okay. Next one. Let's just click on to the next one. Let's click on the maps. Let's reveal maps. Here we go. This is Lynn News. Lynn News. 10th September. You see, a lot of these were all published after 5 o'clock today. New maps have revealed how Norfolk could be carved up into 3 councils with some boundaries potentially raising eyebrows. A partnership of 6 districts and borough councils have revealed its vision for the future of local government in the county as part of a major shake-up, just to save 29 million. Working together as future Norfolk, West Norfolk, Brecon, Broadland, Norwich, Great Yarmouth, and North Norfolk councils believe the best option is for 3 new authorities to be created. I've got unitaries on my mind. So we have Greater Norwich, West Norfolk, and East Norfolk. Jeezy crazy, look at that. Look at the size of East Norfolk. Do you think they've carved it up in the amount of people living in those areas? So we've lost, we don't go even far around as Sandringham. So Sandringham is going to sit in West Norfolk. That's where the money's going to be. The richest person in Norfolk lives in West Norfolk. Norfolk County Council wants 1 for the whole of Norfolk, while South Norfolk believes there should be 2, dividing the east and the west. The future Norfolk business plan, oh, for God's sake. Don't like these business plans. A business plan does not fit within the council. It does not fit within a community. It does not. It's about making money and it's about savings. It's not about. It's not about progress. I'm sorry, but it's not. Not in the. Oh. I know what I want to say, and I can't think how to say it. It's probably menopause again. Okay. The future Norfolk business plan will be submitted to the government, shows the boundaries for the proposed Greater Norwich, East Norfolk and West Norfolk councils. Greater Norwich, described as being the economic powerhouse of the county, well, because it's the main city, reaches slightly beyond the north of Horsford and up to Wroxham, while stretching as far as Blowfield in the east, Poringland in the south, and Honingham in the west. So there's the 7, is that 7 main councils? Or is that just 7 main towns? Oh, and Thetford. There we go, and Thetford. East Norfolk has the most distinctive outline, unfolding Norwich within a crescent. This proposed council covers the area currently served by Great Yarmouth and North Norfolk councils, as well as much of South Norfolk and Broadland. It would stretch beyond Fakenham and up to Wales next to sea, placing huge swathes of East Norfolk significantly into the west as much of West Norfolk. This is why I am seeing more posts by the district council on their social media harping on about coastlines, isn't it? They're already gearing up. They know already what they're doing. West Norfolk would encompass what is currently West Norfolk Council, Breckland Council, and a silver of what is currently South Norfolk. Oh look, we've got new names on there, look. Why have we got no places showing up? Are we not worthy? Main civic centres would be in Lynn, Great Yarmouth and Norwich. In joint statement, Future Norfolk said this is about people, places and progress. Sound bites. That's the word. Sound bites. I see through you. 3 local councils will bring decisions closer to communities, reflect the different need of our coast, rural areas and city, and deliver joined up services that are simpler, faster and better value for money. While they sell off all the public stuff within it. This is the Norwich one, look. Selhouse, Rackey, Spixworth, Blowfield, Posick, Cringleford, Heatherset, Honningham, Ringlands. It's quite a big area. There would be a lot of people living within that area. 3 unitaries will mean local decisions can be made by local leaders and representatives who live and understand their communities. So they're not going to. So basically, they could get away with not listen to a word of the communities at all. If we got the wrong person in, services can be shaped by and tailored to the strengths and needs of each area, while councils are still large enough to work, are still large enough. What does that mean? Does it mean in a few years' time you're going to reduce while they're still large enough? Services can be shaped and tailored to the strengths and needs of each area, while councils are still large enough to work efficiently in delivering people's priorities across all council services. No, they wouldn't. They can't even do it now. Making the most of opportunities for Norfolk to thrive. Over 5,000 residents and stakeholders helped shape this plan recently. We've listened, here we are, sound bites again. We've listened, we've tested the options, and we're now putting forward a practical blueprint for Norfolk's future, ready for councillors to debate this month for public consultation in November. What do you think about that? Let's just click on to this other one. Let's just see what this one's about. The last one. No, wrong one. It should be no, that one. There we go. We're there. Ooh. Right. Let's just get rid of that one. There we go. This is what I first saw. The strength of 3. It's basically the same rehashed, re-edited news article, really. So we're just going to go down a little bit further to here. We've drawn up proposals in response to the government announcing it wants to reduce the number of councils in Norfolk and bring services together and save £29 million, but and the rest. Provided by new unitary councils, also known as unitary authorities, these new organisations would replace existing borough, city, district and county councils in what would be the biggest shake-up of local service delivery in over 50 years, and is known as the Local Government Reorganisation. No other city, town, can't think of that word, thanks menopause. No other place is this happening in. This is just happening in Norfolk. And I don't know why. I don't understand why the change. I don't understand why everything has to be and done. It's looking what is already there, picking bits out, putting better things in, so everything constantly runs. But what do I know, hey? Same sound bites, people, places, progress. We've got a choice here, look. Discover how proposed changes to local government in Norfolk aim to deliver better outcome for people, strengthen communities and support sustainable public services. See an overview of the next steps and when the selected model for Norfolk is currently expected to be implemented. See what people of Norfolk told us about their priorities for Norfolk as part of our recent surveys and engagement activities. What have I told you? Local government's reorganisation will change how your services are provided, so we want to hear your views on priorities for the future. Our Norfolk-wide engagement activities gathered insight from residents, partner organisations and businesses, ensuring our proposal is grounded in evidence and with local priorities in mind. Okay, thank you to everyone who took part in our recent Future Norfolk survey and engagement events, which included, if anybody watches this and they were involved in it, just let me know. Let me know what the survey was. Was it an online survey? Was it a survey that got sent through the post? Was it in particular areas? What? And it's now going to tell me that. Direct contact with over 300 households through residents' magazines and existing council channels. Over 70,000 visits to futurenorfolk.com. Actually, this is my first. Why's it got a 3 on there? Oh, Norfolk 3, Future 3 Norfolk, because of 3 units. Right. More than 100 public and partner events. From sector-focused workshops to open drop-ins, engaging almost 3,000 individuals and 1,500 partners. Is going to be something, because there's a lot of grants being passed about, a lot, with the High Street Matters, which has been going through other towns as well, not highly advertised, engagement very poor, because we're now chasing it up in North Walsham. That's why we're doing a North Walsham Business Association now, because it's just not been good enough. And I mean, they've changed the high street. They spent 4 million on changing that high street and pedestrianising it. And since no cars are allowed to go through during the day, it has killed the high street because it's too small. This town is too small. It's not a city. I mean, just drive into Norwich. Drive down, what is it, St Stephen's? You know, from where Debenham is, and it's dead. There's shops boarded up. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, actually. And it's like, what are they planning? What are they doing? And when these, I know there's all different sections within the council and everything else, and I'm slowly learning, but like with the S106, when a piece of land is sold, you know, the council through S106 can ask for a bit of money to replace what is being taken. Because when something within that catchment area has been sold off, if it's public property and it's been sold off, the money should stay within that area. It goes back into that area. That's how it should be. It's not how it's happened, and it clearly isn't happening. But I feel like there's some other section where they've sorted this out to make sure that when they do this changeover, we're going to be possibly shortchanged. That's my gut feeling. See, sector-focused workshops and 1,500 partners. Is that what all that networking was talking about within the solicitors? There was a few things happening actually in North Walsham where this networking was that all part of this? Because that was piss poor if it was. Over 5,000 public survey responses, with 56% of the primary Future Norfolk survey, including comments, demonstrating high levels of engagement. I'm sorry, but 56% of 5,000? Come on, mathematics, what is that? Still not a lot, is it? By people that know their community. Pardon me. People placed high importance on accountability and access decision makers. Yeah. The responses we received suggest a strong expectation that councils remain visible and approachable, with clear routes for people to raise issues and understand how decisions are made. That councils remain visible. So where are these councils going to be situated? How many council buildings are there going to be? How accessible are they going to be made to the communities? A lot of questions. Questions. With clear routes for people to raise issues and understand how decisions are made, a large majority, around 3,600 respondents, said it's very important to know what their councillors are doing and to have a say, while fewer than 300 felt this was not very or not at all important. Nearly 3,700 people said that being able to easily contact their councillor and have their concerns listened to is very important, with around a further 800 saying it was quite important. Just over 3,600 respondents stressed that the decision should be made by people who know their community, with about 800 raising this as quite important. What a shit survey if that was like the only boxes you could tick. Oh, I'm being so critical. Places. A strong emphasis was placed on councils delivering services that reflect community needs, protect local identity, as if they don't keep selling everything off, and support the local economy. The findings also underlined that while efficiency matters, it should not come at the expense of what makes each place in Norfolk distinct. So stop selling things off. you want to support the community, it also includes businesses. It also includes the identity of places in Norfolk, because it's tourist attractions, you know? Meeting community needs is the most emphatic result across the place questions. More than 4,200 respondents said it's very important that local services align with what their community currently needs. And only around 100 people felt it was not very or not at all important. Protecting history and culture was rated very important by 3,571 respondents, with a further 889 saying it was quite important. Almost 3,700 respondents highlighted that helping local businesses to succeed, including tourism, farming, logistics. I have no idea what logistics is, by the way. I see lorries with logistics written on, and it's like, no idea, not a clue. And local shops. Highlight that helping local businesses succeed, including local shops, is very important, with a close to 900. So could North Walsham Town Council please start supporting local shops? And if you listen, you will find out how to. It's not fucking difficult. Progress. Financial sustainability emerged as the single strongest concern. Can you see why I can't be a councillor? I won't be able to keep my mouth shut long enough. Sorry, my dog's just looking at me weirdly, laughing at myself. Right. The results show that residents expect councils to manage resources well, plan ahead, and remain resilient in the face of change. Over 4,300 respondents said it's very important that any new council can afford to provide and maintain services, with just 400 describing it as quite important and virtually no one rating it as unimportant. Thank God for that. That is a concern, that they can afford to provide and maintain services, because services are not being maintained now because it can't be afforded. So more than 4,100 respondents emphasised that a new council must be run as efficiently as possible while planning for future community needs, with a further 600 saying it's quite important. I can see that probably for the first 4 years of this 8-year plan, wasn't it? 8 or 9 year plan, they're going to be so focused on what the fuck are we doing mode that I don't think anything's going to be done, because it's all going to be about them. I mean, it's not like this is being implemented slowly. It's just like new builds. They're just going to build it, done, there you go. Around 3,700 respondents highlighted flexibility is very important, ensuring councils can respond to changing pressures, with another 900 considering it's quite important. Overall, the feedback from local people shows that people value accountability and access to decision makers, services that reflect local needs and identities, and a structure that can manage resources well, plan ahead, and adopt without creating unnecessary complexity, which is exactly what you're going to cause. That's what I think. Because you're turning politics into a business module. Our partner organisations ask that existing strengths are protected and that essential services are not disrupted. Right. They also identify opportunities for improvement, including stronger collaboration, clearer accountability, and arrangements that reflect local priorities. Well, if you listen to people in the first place, it would have been a lot cheaper. What happens next? Councillors from each of our councils, blah, 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 will debate and vote on our shared proposal. If the elected members vote to support the proposal, we will submit this to the government as our plan for the future of local services in 16 days' time. Where's the blueprint? Where's the blueprint? Publish the blueprint. Let's look at it. The government will then review our proposal and supporting evidence we've provided, which includes feedback from our previous public survey. Data, innit? Consider any other proposed models for the future of Norfolk's local government and hold a public consultation. And I will be there. If they advertise it well and I see it. A final decision will then be made before we move into implementing any changes. Pops. Hang on a sec. Geeky. Very geeky. All right, then you eat muesli. So we currently expect the timeline to look something like this. Please note this timeline is subject to change. Autumn, winter, which is now 2025. Are we in autumn? What is the class as autumn, Claire? Right. Government holds a public consultation to gather local people's views on proposal. Okay. Early 2026, government makes a decision on how services will be delivered in the future. Spring 2026, necessary changes in, oh, that's that word again, legislation are made and elections held. So can we vote with the elections if the rest of the people want to go ahead with this? Is that what it means? 2027, new authorities formed in shadow form. And in 2028, new authorities go live and take over from existing councils, and it's shit or bust. Sign up for alerts. If you would like to stay up to date, we reach key updates and new milestones. Why not sign up? Yes, I think I will. Right. That is what I'm going to do. So, here we are. That's what we're up to. And I am now going to subscribe to I have read and agreed to the privacy. We all tick it, don't we? I'm just going to tick it. Subscribed for updates. Thanks for signing up. There we go. Right. I've signed up. Let's watch this space and let's see what let's see how this rolls out. Because I'm not convinced and I don't trust any of them. Do you trust any of them? But in the meantime, I Might go and get some Maltesers. And I'll speak to you guys later. Oh, and tomorrow at 6:30, I will be going live because we have our North Walsham Business Association public meeting. And we've decided as a group, Teams are not public. I don't know how to do that. Whereas live streaming, we can get all the businesses involved because they don't, excuse me, because they're working all day. The last thing they want to do is go out at night and attend meetings. I can totally understand that. So what we're going to try and do is with the businesses that can do the meetings, we're going to share it. So then they can advertise their businesses at the same time. That is the plan. And then a link will go out to the businesses within our WhatsApp group, Business Association. So then they can actually watch from their sofa and they can be included within the live chat. They can see and hear what is going on because it's quite simple. Our agenda is quite small and that's how it's going to be. So that's what is going to happen tomorrow night. So if you get a notification, that is what it's going to be about because we're going to be transparent because we are trying to get North Walsham Town back on the map of a thriving town and trying to get the council to support that. In the meantime, I'm now going to go and get some chocolate and I'll speak to you later. Cheerio for now.